Welcome to the world of Taylor Swift, where her success goes far beyond music. In today's video, we're diving into her incredible lifestyle and jaw-dropping investments. From a $50 million New York compound to two private jets worth $40 million each, Taylor's portfolio is nothing short of extraordinary. Add to that a $2 million luxury car collection and one of the most sought-after music catalogs in the industry, and you've got a superstar who's mastered the art of business. Stay tuned as we explore the impressive empire Taylor Swift has built, Taylor's private jets. Let's kick things off with Taylor Swift's private jets, which seem to be the hot topic everyone's buzzing about these days. Being a global superstar and jetting around the world go hand in hand, and Taylor made her first big move in 2011 when she added a Dassault Falcon 900LX to her fleet. This jet isn't just any plane. It comes with some seriously impressive features, with a spacious cabin that seats 12, lavish interiors, and even a fully equipped kitchen. It's pretty much like having a home in the sky. And the price tag? A cool $40 million. Fun fact, she numbered the jet 13 as a nod to her lucky number. Now, for most people, one private jet would be more than enough. But not Taylor. She decided to level up, spending $54 million on a sleeker, more fuel-efficient Dassault Falcon 7X. Of course, with two jets under her name, it's no surprise that she's been labeled one of the biggest celebrity contributors to carbon emissions. In fact, she racked up around 170 flights in just 7 months, definitely landing her on the radar of environmental critics. In response to the backlash, Taylor made a major move in January 2024, selling the Falcon 900LX for $7 million. Even with one less jet in her collection, it's clear that Taylor Swift travels in style. And if you thought two private jets were excessive, wait until we dive into her extravagant car collection. The luxurious car collection. Most people scramble to find the cheapest option for their first car, but Taylor Swift had a very different experience. She got hers for free, and not even from her parents. For her 18th birthday, Big Machine Records gifted her a pink 2007 Chevrolet Silverado truck. Now I'm with you. An 18-year-old superstar with over $1 million to her name isn't exactly the type you'd picture pulling up in a truck like that. No offense to the Silverado, but it just didn't fit the Taylor Swift image we all know. Unsurprisingly, the truck didn't stick around for long. Within a few months, it was donated to raise money for charity, benefiting terminally ill patients. But let's talk about Taylor's real taste in cars. Because when she goes for style, she goes big. Take her Porsche 911 Turbo, for example. It might have cost her $27,000, which is pretty steep for most people. But for Taylor, it's just pocket change. And when she wasn't cruising around with ex-boyfriend Taylor Lautner, she was driving an Audi R8 with a hefty price tag of $123,000, complete with a V10 engine for some serious speed. She's also owned a Ferrari 458 Italia, priced at $240,000, and a Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG, which set her back $156,000. Yeah, with a garage full of cars like these, Taylor has no business taking those infamous 13-minute flights everyone's talking about. Now, we know Taylor loves a fast car, but she's also about convenience. Enter the classic celebrity SUV, a $100,000 Cadillac Escalade. She also owns a $65,000 Toyota Sequoia because, let's face it, Toyota reigns supreme when it comes to reliability. For those moments when she wants to go unnoticed, Taylor rolls out in her $85,000 Mercedes-Benz Viano, a van that keeps her and her crew under the radar. Speaking of flying under the radar, when Taylor was splitting her time between London and the US, she ditched the flashy cars and went full-on incognito with a Nissan Qashqai that only cost her $27,000. A down-to-earth choice for someone of her stature, but don't be fooled, Taylor still knows how to live large. In her current billionaire era, she settled into being chauffeured around in her Mercedes-Maybach S650. This luxury ride, which cost her a whopping $200,000, comes with all the bells and whistles: heated reclining seats, massaging lumbar support, and even leg rests. Who knew a car could be this cozy? When she's in New York, Taylor's go-to ride is the Range Rover SV Autobiography, costing $229,500 and equipped with blackout windows for privacy. But with all these cars, she's got to store them somewhere, right? Well, Just like her impressive car collection, Taylor has an equally jaw-dropping list of homes. And it seems like she has just as many houses as she does vehicles. Let's take a look at where she parks these beauties next. The mansions. Taylor Swift made her first move into real estate at just 20 years old, buying a 3-bedroom penthouse in Nashville's famous Music Row for a cool $1.99 million. While that price tag screams, move-in ready to most of us, Taylor had other ideas. Instead of settling into the already stylish space, she turned it into a real-life dollhouse, going all out with the decor and furniture. And she didn't stop there. Taylor loved the building so much that she decided to scoop up the 1-bedroom flat right below her penthouse for an additional $387,000. Talk about expanding your living space in style. But that was just the beginning. One of her more iconic purchases was a stunning mansion across from the Kennedy family's summer home in Hyannisport, Massachusetts. Taylor was dating Connor Kennedy at the time, and in 2011, she began eyeing this 7-bedroom home overlooking Nantucket Sound. The house didn't just have breathtaking ocean views. It came with its own private beach, a swimming pool, a separate guest house, and a highly secure location on a private road. For someone in the public eye like Taylor, privacy is priceless. So she made the purchase and held on to the property for 7 years before selling it in 2018 for $4 million in an off-market deal. Not a bad investment. As if living next to the Kennedys wasn't glamorous enough, Taylor had another trick up her sleeve in Beverly Hills. In the same year, she bought a mid-century bungalow for $1.78 million in a quiet, upscale neighborhood. This single-story gem came packed with luxury features, including a 1,000-bottle wine cellar, a gourmet kitchen, a private courtyard, a beautiful garden, high ceilings, skylights, and a swimming pool. It was the perfect cozy hideaway from her fast-paced life. Like many of her properties, Taylor eventually sold this house in 2018 for an impressive $22.65 million, once again showing off her knack for real estate investments. Now, when it comes to Taylor's most famous home, it's hard not to think of her massive Rhode Island mansion in Watch Hill. Purchased in 2013 for a whopping $17.75 million, this coastal beauty has 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a lounge, a pool, and sprawling views of Block Island Sound and Montauk Point. This mansion became legendary as the site of her famous 4th of July parties during her Girl Squad era. With its grand setting and prime location, it's no wonder it's one of Taylor's most talked-about properties. This house is where she solidified her status not just as a music icon, but as a superstar who knows how to throw an unforgettable party. From Nashville penthouses to oceanside mansions, Taylor's property collection is just as impressive and diverse as her career. But the story doesn't end here. She's got even more properties in her empire, and each one has its own fascinating tale. Stay tuned for more on Taylor's ever-growing real estate portfolio. Taylor Swift's love for Beverly Hills is no secret, and in 2015 she made one of her boldest purchases, a grand Georgian revival estate for a staggering $25 million. This impressive property is the epitome of luxury, with 7 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. Seriously, at what point does anyone need 10 bathrooms? But that's just the start. The estate also includes a 2-room guest apartment, a tennis court, and a pool house. Taylor, being the queen of privacy, had a 6-foot 12-inch cinder block wall built around the property to keep prying eyes out. This estate is so special to her that she even registered it as a historical landmark, making it one of those properties she's likely to hold on to for a long time. Now, if you think that's impressive, wait until you hear about her largest real estate venture in New York City. Taylor began building her New York compound by purchasing 2 penthouse units in Tribeca for $20 million. But of course, she didn't stop there. She combined them into one sprawling 8,309 square foot condo with 10 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. As if that wasn't enough, she then went ahead and bought the neighboring townhouse for $18 million. The townhouse features some pretty cool things, like a private terrace surrounded by Japanese paper glass walls, a private wet bar, and dual dressing rooms. But here's the kicker. Taylor didn't buy the townhouse for any of these perks. She simply wanted more space to expand her already massive compound and use part of it as a garage. She completed the transformation of her Tribeca compound by purchasing another $9.75 million apartment in the same building. Today, her New York compound stands as one of the largest in Manhattan, reflecting her penchant for both privacy and luxury. But Taylor's spending isn't just about living large. She's incredibly generous with her wealth, both with her family and her fans. Taylor has always been grateful to her parents for the sacrifices they made early in her career. To show her appreciation, she bought them two multi-million-dollar homes in Nashville before they divorced. Her generosity doesn't stop at family either. Over the years, she has given back to her fans in some heartwarming ways. Remember her famous Swiftmas surprise in 2014, where she gifted fans Christmas presents? She's also helped pay off student loans, covered college tuition, and even provided financial relief during the COVID-19 pandemic. It's estimated that her goodwill has cost her hundreds of thousands of dollars, but to her, it's all worth it. And if you think that's impressive, wait until you hear how much Taylor has contributed to the US economy. According to reports, Taylor's tours alone have boosted the economy by up to $4.6 billion. Yes, billion with a B. During her Eras tour, she went above and beyond, writing $100,000 bonus checks for the truckers who helped transport her stage equipment. She spent a total of $55 million of her tour earnings on bonuses for her entire team. Because when Taylor wins, everyone around her wins too. It's clear that Taylor Swift is not only a master of real estate and business, but also has a heart of gold. From her record-breaking properties to her generosity, she continues to prove that her success goes beyond just music. And while she's made some headline-worthy purchases, her biggest investment is one that pays off in more ways than one: her music catalog. Owning her masters is every artist's dream, and even though it meant re-recording her old albums, Taylor made the move to reclaim what was rightfully hers. It's safe to say that Taylor Swift is in a league of her own, and there's no telling what heights she'll reach next. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the stupidly expensive world of Taylor Swift's incredible assets. From private jets and a jaw-dropping car collection to an insane real estate empire and her billion-dollar music catalog, Taylor's life of luxury is beyond extraordinary. But it's not just about lavish spending. Her strategic investments and generosity show she's just as brilliant off stage as she is on. Make sure to subscribe for more insights into the luxurious lifestyles of the rich and famous, and we'll see you in the next video.